Yeah, yeah. All right, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio. My name is Idafe Matthew Esagana. You love to come with the Elegbete One of Sports. You are joining us on www.elegbete.tv.com/radio. Thank you very much. If you're joining on the live stream on Instagram, I greet you good morning and say thank you very much as well. I appreciate your love, your followership, and your support. Without you guys, I don't think we would have a broadcast in the first place. So you guys are the real MVP. Let's have some blast today. For those of you joining us on the Facebook Live as well, I say massive thank you to you people. And then there is the YouTube live stream. Streaming everywhere. We are everywhere. I just realized that we're everywhere. Instagram, Facebook Live, YouTube Live. With that, so if you're joining us there as well, thank you for joining us. Yes, Atfa, thank you for joining us all the way from Dubai. Jimo, thank you for joining us. Obedi Stack, thank you for joining us as well. Every other person that is joining us, different part of the world, I greet you and I welcome you. It's good morning in Nigeria. I know that it's different time all over the world. Ugo Patrick, thank you for joining on Instagram as well. Well, this morning, as usual, I mean, the sports buffet is simply the sports talking point show. We come here and we'll talk. It's not just me, it's you and me. So we'll talk about the different things that are happening in the beautiful world of football as well as sports. So if there's anything you want us to talk about, let's get there. I see you, Alex. I see you. How is Dubai today? Good morning to you too, Go Patrick, and to every other person. So if you're there, like I always say, if I have my preference, hey, Uzezi, Chris, better know we know. So you're free now. You can walk the street free. White Money, congratulations to White Money, all his fans. Man, from the very first day I said White Money was going to win this thing, and he surely. So congratulations to him and to everybody who supported him and voted for him. Big up to you guys. No matter how much you guys people try to vilify the Big Brother show, is they always make millionaires every season, and they also boost people's brand. Yeah, the means might not be most acceptable by everybody, but then hey, it's their show. I always say to people that to put a show together like that every year takes a whole lot more than what you and I know. And okay, so I've got some church folks, and I'm going to talk about that a little before we go into sports. I've got some church folks who say to me, you shouldn't be saying this about Big Brother. They are corrupt. They are corrupting the minds of the youth, and blah 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 blah. All those people that are voting, and their minds is not corrupt. Everybody's not looking forward to go to the show and go and gather naked. And I said to the guy, my pastor friend, and I said, listen, pastor, how many churches do we have in Nigeria? All these people taking moral high ground, they all have money, they all work in big companies. Why don't you set up a Christian reality show where they quote Bible and talk about moral lessons and decadent, they dress well, they eat well, they teach culture of how to keep a good marriage, how to keep a good relationship, how to build integrity, how to build businesses, how to live an honest life, and put all that together as a show. And at the end, the winner wins a house, probably a property, a duplex in Lekki, a car. I said 250 million. I said, if the churches come together and do that, I would swear by anything and any name and any power that Big Brother will go into extinction. You don't fight evil by creating another evil. You fight evil by showing the light. That's what the Bible actually says. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good work and glorify your Father which is in heaven, isn't it? So for those of you who like to complain about Big Brother, that's what I've got to tell you. puts a show together that shows the very opposite of what Big Brother is and reward the winners. First, second, third, make it different from Big Brother. And I bet you that you would completely extinguish that show. Okay? It's about, see, when Jesus came in to show people the light, he showed them a new way by setting an example. He healed the sick, he raised the dead, he walked on water, he unstopped deaf ear, he opened the eyes of the blind. Okay? And even though they killed him, the impact of what he did stayed on. So that's just my take on that matter. So whether una like am o, una not like am o, if una like, una squeeze face like monkey wey lick lime o, if una like make una stab una self o, una like una gossip o. One thing for sure, white money is not went in poor, came out super rich. And he didn't do for one night. He worked hard for that 92 days or so. So let's get past that. Let's talk about sports. Okay. I've got some stories, some headlines, some rumors. You know how it is. You know how it is on the show. We get you everything. Okay. We get involved with everything. So let's start with the rumors, the story. Rumor have it that this, that one is happening. Okay. Let's start with the Ivorian defender, Sergi Aurier, who is now 28, who is currently a free agent after leaving Tottenham Hotspur, is set to join Spanish side Villarreal. So he's going to work under Mr. Goodibinin, who was a former coach of the other North London team, who defeated Spurs last week. Well, Spurs are back to winning ways. They won over the weekend to goes to 1. Azuka Chiamaka, a brother like no other, and my in-law as well, has worry, has everything going on there. Claudio Ranieri, Mr. Balabum Balabum, whatever, Balading Baladung, whatever I said when he was coaching Leicester when he won the title in 2016. Claudio Ranieri has agreed to become Watford's new head coach after Cisco unleashed the dragon could not unleash the dragon. Cisco Munoz, despite departure on Sunday, with the 69-year-old Italian expected to sign on Monday, which is today. So, first coach to get fired this season is not Ronald Koeman. But Ronald Koeman will get fired. He's coming. Ronald Koeman is coming. He can't miss it. He can't. You will never make it. Ronald Koeman, you will never make it. For 600 years, you will make Barcelona keep losing. You will never make it. Did you get a phone call for Suarez? Ronald Koeman, did you? Barcelona fans, did you guys get the phone call from Luis Suarez? I thought he was calling you guys anyway. Okay. Manchester United Executive Vice Chairman Ed Woodward says the Old Trafford club are committed to Ole being on the wheel. As a matter of fact, they handcuff his hand against the wheel. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, whose side have won one of their last 4 games, according to the Mirror. Okay. The charm offensive for Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't seem to be working right now, is it? Charm bracelet is expiring. Meanwhile, fullback Sergio Roberto is another Barcelona player. Okay, sorry, let's start with this one. Manchester City are watching Barcelona 19-year-old Spanish midfielder Nico Gonzalez, who is on the fringes of the first team. But meanwhile, fullback Sergio Roberto is another Barcelona player on whom Manchester City are keeping an eye on. I've got my eyes on you. I got my mind on you. Yeah, and with the 29-year-old contract at the new camp running out next summer, but then it will be 30. Why do you need a 30-year-old player in your team, Manchester City? The problem with Manchester City right now is that their speed is not up to par. Why are they going to bring in one old player again? The defenders are a bit slow. I don't know. Borussia Mönchengladbach. I just think that they're just putting that in the news anyway, because when they say Man City is looking out for you, almost every other person will start looking out for you. That's what I think. But Borussia Mönchengladbach's teenage German defender Luca Netz claims he rejected a nonsense transfer to Manchester City 3 years ago, and the 18-year-old then he was 15, and the 3-year-old says he will turn them down again. Former Arsenal and Manchester United forward Alexis Sanchez faces an uncertain future at Inter Milan after the 32-year-old Chilean posted and subsequently deleted the social media post criticizing his lack of playing time. Atletico de Madrid are the latest club to enter the race to sign German forward Timo Werner from Chelsea. Man, Timo Werner was good over the weekend. It was good. That's their palm tree striker, Oluku. I mean that's not a striker. That's just not a striker. Come on, that guy can't play football. Forget all the things he didn't do. And that guy doesn't play ball. It doesn't know how to play football. We'll come to that later because that's one of the talking points that I have for you guys this morning. Former Manchester City midfielder Yaya Toure, 38. And this guy quick retire. Since he retired, he's still 38 by now. Woo! Come on. When did you retire? Come on, 38 years, you should be playing football. What's wrong with you? Big man. Has offered his services to his old club Barcelona as they continue to struggle, but it is unclear whether the Iberian wants to play or coach. Which service? Owner Mike Ashley knows, that's the owner of Newcastle, knows the only way to change Newcastle United head coach would be to pay up almost all of Steve Bruce's contract, which he agreed in July 2019. You see why coaches don't resign? Because of that money. Okay, don't tell me that it's only black people that doesn't resign. Bayern Munich Dutch forward Joshua Zeki, 20, says he turned down a chance to sign for Everton back in 2017. So shut up, man. Shut up. Stop telling us you turned down this, you turned down that. Play on. You were there. You did sign, so move on. Fiorentina director Joe Baron says the club is making enormous effort to extend Serbian striker Dusan Vlahovic's contract with the 21-year-old current deal with the Serie A side running until June 2023. And then Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester United, FC Barcelona are all looking to sign the young man. So that's the rumor have it section of the show. Now let's bring the talking point that I want to bring up for you guys. Okay, let's talk about something. Chelsea won over the weekend. Okay, so I mean, we shouldn't be dragging Chelsea, and I'm not going to drag them. I don't think Chelsea are even up for drag. If you want to send a message, you can send a message on the Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, and you can also send a WhatsApp 080-342-77165. You can also make a call if you want to call in on the show 07025000069. Okay, that said, and congratulations to Umaru for winning the jersey that has been behind me for almost a month. Now I'm looking for another jersey to give her because some other people were sending me a message in my DM. Oh, I love that jersey. I should have given it to me. I said, well, it's not a matter of I should have given it to you anyway. It's a question of answering the question that I put out there on that Friday and winning it. Okay, so it's not me. Okay, it's not me. Cristiano Ronaldo knows he's storming off the pitch will bring real pressure on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Okay, that's what the headlines are saying, according to Gary Neville, and it tells other fireballs to have a word with star who won't be a ship. Okay, Cristiano Ronaldo is too big to be a ship, so you got to be able to deal with Cristiano Ronaldo as he storms up the pitch in anger. Yeah, at the coach. Say everything is always fine for as long as Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi are playing 90 minutes. Once they're not playing 90 minutes, okay, you get to see the real part of them, the real side, the real element that they carry. And that's something that you should always think. Tottenham can sack Nuno Espirito Santo and pay nothing in compensation if he fails to finish in the Premier League top 6, says report. But sports claim talk of an exit clause fixed by Chairman Daniel Levy is untrue. Okay. The Grill said, good morning, boss. Welcome to the show. This bright money making money. Okay, bright money making money. All right. Thank you very much for that one. You're making playing with word. There. Jadon Sancho's lively cameo against Everton shows he can put frustrating start at Manchester United behind him, says Gary Neville, after £73 million man star was anonymous in his first few games. I don't think that he also did well in that game anyway. I know that Everton deserved to win that game, but I mean, the game just went the way it went. So let's just keep our fingers crossed. Manchester City furious after Liverpool fan allegedly spat on a member of Pep Guardiola's coaching staff following Phil Foden's equalizer as visiting manager urges Anfield Club to take action. Okay, that's not good to spit on anybody. Okay, the pound for pound best boxers of the 21st century. Alexander Usyk makes the list, and the newly retired Manny Pacquiao completes top spot. But who else? They make it. You can check that out on the Daily Mail. So let's talk about Lukaku. I'm going to start my conversation, my question today with Lukaku. You know, I've had different people say that, oh, Lukaku is a static forward. It's the players that are not giving him the right passes. It's the midfielders that are not creative enough. But when you watch Chelsea game, guys, do you agree that it is the Chelsea midfielders that are making it difficult for Lukaku, or Lukaku is just a guy who shows up for easy games, and anytime the pressure on him, the defending on him is tight, it doesn't seem to change his game. Like, it doesn't seem to turn around the game and give the team the value. Now, if you're a Chelsea fan, can you say that you've been impressed with Lukaku so far? Come on, let's not forget that it's not like this is a new league for him. He's played for Everton, he's played in this league, so he should know the league. Are you impressed with Lukaku so far? Is this the Lukaku you guys were expecting, or there is more to come? That's what I want to know. Okay, so I need your take on that. Victor Malalu said, good morning, Elegbete. Good morning to you. Victor Malalu again wants us to say, hello, squeeze face like monkey when he climb. Yes, and I saw some people do face like monkey when he climb. John Kute is laughing, and Malalu went to say, Messi even gentle, unlike Ronaldo, if he is substituted. Well, Messi wasn't gentle the last time he was substituted. Let's be very, very honest. They don't like to be substituted. That's just the truth. So I don't think any one of them is gentle when they get substituted. But I don't think it's a good thing anyway. I understand all this player power and the rest of them, but sometimes I don't think it's a good thing. Because when you're playing, some other persons are sitting on the bench. If the coach thinks that you should come out, it could be for tactical reason, it could be because he's planning to rest you and use you for the next game. There's a whole lot of reason why coaches substitute players. And I don't think that for players that have played 90 minutes almost all their life, anybody should be angry when they are substituted. That's my thought. I might be wrong. Okay, so Divine Tonke said, good morning, boss. I thought about that too. A Christian reality TV show. Yes. Akande Michael said, good morning, Elegbete. Well, good morning to you. Trix Pascal said, good morning. Nice being on the show this morning. Best of all this news to me is Man United board sacking Ole to remain backing Ole to remain on the wheel. LOL. And that guy is me. That guy is not Man United fan anyway. So Man United fan, don't take him serious. He just wants to see you guys suffer. And you know that part of what will make you guys suffer is Ole being on the wheel. You know that with Ole on the wheel, Manchester United can go on and spend and spend. It's like keeping Lampard at Chelsea. They will play some good games, have some great runs, but they'll end up not winning. Okay? It's like taking a very beautiful basket to the stream and trying to fetch water. Basket is beautiful, no doubt about that. You fetch water, but you can't take it home. That's just what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer being in charge of Manchester United means in my head. The way I see it, that's the only way I see it. It's like giving Lampard the coaching job of any team. Even if you put him on Man City, they'll play some good football, maybe 10, 15 games, but then they will end up not winning anything. They will even lose FA Cup, they lose Carabao Cup, they lose the league title, forget about Champions League. They're not even there in the races in the first place. English coaches, they can't do jack. That's just the truth. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer look more like one of those coaches who can do jack. You know that between Lampard, Arteta, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the coach that is coaching the poorest club amongst these three, that have also, the weakest squad, have won more title than the other two. It's just what it is. Yes, Arteta won the FA Cup. Okay, so let's move past all these guys. And in doing that, I actually beat Chelsea with Frank Lampard. I'm trying to joke now, but I need to know from you guys, Chelsea fans and everyone who's following football. Do you think that Romelu Lukaku have delivered so far? And do you think that his style of play is being hampered because there's lack of creativity in the style that Thomas Tuchel plays? Don't forget that this same style is what he used to win the Champions League. This same style is what he used to beat Man City 3 straight times in the space of 3 weeks. Okay, another question that cropped up from my DM was, somebody said, looking at Barcelona the way they are, is there anything that says if you sack Ronald Koeman now, they would automatically evolve and become a better team? Because it seems like even the players are complaining, quarreling on the field. Sergio Busquets and Gerard Piqué, players are not even, loving themselves on the field of play and then off the field as well. So do you think that if they sack Ronald Koeman, they'll become at the nest of FC Barcelona? I need your take on that. The grill says, on Lukaku, I don't think people should be having problem with his performances, okay? Because that is him. Just that normal striker, nothing as exceptional about him, okay? And I remember the other time Peter was here, was asking me because Lukaku came out and said, when people talk about Suarez, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Messi, Lewandowski, and even Harry Kane, they call them world-class strikers. But him, they just call him world-class striker. Now at Chelsea, his performance, is it really proving people wrong, or is proving people right that, look, you're just a striker, you're not a world-class striker? That's the question. Okay, Kenneth Okim says, I feel Conte managed him well at Inter, and Martinez is doing the same thing in the Belgium national team. I don't think that Lukaku does well with the Belgian national team. That team is just packed full with stars who delivers. It's just, so the thing is, Lukaku's game is predicated on bullying people. So if you see anybody that stand up, hold up the ground, you know how bullies are. Bullies are actually the laziest people who pretend to be very strong. So there is really no skill advantage. You could say that Messi would use his techniques, the finesse of his skills to dribble past 1,000 players. You could say that Ronaldo will use the sheer raw strength, speed, precision, and ball anticipation, and understanding of the game with movement and discipline, his athleticism to outwit opposition, whether by jumping, whether by shooting, whether by arriving at the right spots and directing the ball into the net. I can say that of Lukaku. Like, what are his attributes that makes him? He's not a good header, even though he's as tall as Iroko. He's very big, like a palm tree. He's not a good header of the ball. The ball to his feet sometimes is wobbling. Okay, I don't really like. Okay, if you ask me, Lukaku, Suarez, who would you pick? I'll pick Suarez. Even this old Suarez. Lukaku, Harry Kane, I'll pick Harry Kane. Lukaku, Lewandowski, I'll pick Lewandowski. Lukaku, who again? Who's name another striker? And no, let's not call Mbappe and Haaland right now. Lukaku is not in that range. Just name any other striker. Okay, so Zapata, I will pick Zapata. Lukaku, Victor Osimhen, I'll pick Victor Osimhen. And people say, oh, you're sentimental, you're there. Nah, but that's the truth. Yeah. Say whatever you want to say. That's just the truth. I don't think that, as an Arsenal fan, if they say, oh, Chelsea wants to give us Lukaku and take Aubameyang, for instance, I'll be very, very disappointed if Arsenal accept that deal, because I know that it's a waste. Okay, it's a waste of opportunity. It's not the kind of guy that, that players will get angry that, oh, I'm not scoring for my team, I want to change my game, I want to improve. We'll see players evolve over time. It's like Ibrahimovic and the rest of them. But I don't think Lukaku is that kind of player. That's the one that I hold on. But beyond Lukaku now, I'm asking, do you guys think that if you sack if Barcelona sack Nakoma now, the team would all of a sudden evolve and become a better team? That's what I want to know. The Great says, Shebi them say Messi no get leadership quality. Why it be say as a commot? They come, they argue with themselves for the field. That team lacks leadership quality at the moment. That's according to Umoru. Victor Malalu said, okay, he's a Chelsea fan, so he should have a very good and strong opinion. He said, I think Lukaku time will still come. That's what I'm talking about, Nicolas Pepe. The time will still come. One plus for him is that he has already shown positive sign. We are still cool with him after all the Kane that they said is better is yet to score in current season. No, don't bring Kane and Lukaku in the same sentence, please, nigga, please don't even go there. Don't even try and go there at all. Lukaku, Kane can go like 5 seasons without scoring a goal and he's still way better than Lukaku. Mustafa Elias Okoyemi said, an era of football has just ended at Barcelona. So how do we kickstart a new era? Who do you think needs to kickstart it? Because when Frank Rijkaard era ended, Pep Guardiola showed up and re-engineered the team. Players from La Masia, added to the players that were on the team, get some players out of the team, and got going. And that era lasted for a very long time. Tito Villanueva came in, Tata Martino came in, Luis Enrique came in. They all acted from that. So who is going to come? Who's the new farmer? What's the issue? First off, what's the decision? Do you think if they remove this head of house, Ronald Koeman, and bring in somebody else? And please tell me who do you think should be brought in? Because people are talking, oh, they should go and get Antonio Conte. Some people said even Roberto Martinez of Belgium would make a good coach for Barcelona. But looking at the situation, bearing in mind the 1.5 billion euro black hole debt that they are facing, and where is Ejali when I need him? Okay, is there a possibility that if you sack Ronald Koeman right now, is Barcelona suffering as a result of tactical ineptitude of the coach, lack of ability to make the right selection, the right substitution, position players in the right places? Because that could also be a problem, where you have the right players like at Watford. I think that the coach have the right players, but just wasn't selecting them well. His name is just Cisco, but he cannot unleash the dragon. And those kind of things happen in football. We saw it. If you're an Arsenal fan back in the day, we saw it with Arsene Wenger regularly. Arsenal were losing match because of poor coaching, not because they didn't have the right players. I keep telling people that there was a time where Arsenal had more strikers in the Premier League than any other team. They had Adebayo, Robbie Van Persie, Jose Antonio Reyes, Thierry Henry, Julio Baptista, and two other guys, and Nicholas Brentner at some point as well. But the team just wasn't winning matches, wasn't getting results. They weren't consistent. You know why? Because Arsene Wenger believe in one way of playing, and at every given time, everybody have to play that style. And that was a problem for the team for a very long time. So I'm asking now, Barcelona, if you let Koeman go, is that the solution? Is that an Elysia? Is that something that will change it? Martinez and the Koeman are the same thing. That's according to Kenneth on Instagram. Let's go to the YouTube page and see. Divine Talker says Koeman is not the man for the job. I don't rate him at all. Barcelona should get someone good for the role, as they will be in pole position to discover crude oil. That's relegation. That's what it means. Okay, that's the meaning. When in football terms, when we say you're in the crude oil, your oil form, you're going to go down. You're going down because you go down to get oil. And then he went further to say the Chelsea team is a machine type of team. It is not suitable for the Chelsea team. Osimhen will do a better job in that Chelsea team. Okay. And then he went on to say Conte will change Barcelona totally. So I don't think it will be a good marriage. I think they should take a gamble on Xavi. No, Xavi is not going to come. I'm not Xavi's manager, but it will be devastating for Xavi to go to Barcelona right now. Let's call it spade a spade. You played in the bestest, allow me to use that word, poetic license, the bestest era of this club. And then it's time for you to come and coach. You want to go and coach a team that is dead? I like fish, but I don't like rotten fish. I like to eat fish, like barbecue fish, grilled fish. Oh, Lord have mercy. I like it. And then a squeeze of lime on it. It's beautiful. But you see rotten fish, like make you squeeze honey and sugar, put a cinnamon and turmeric and garlic and lime. Nasty rotten fish. If you chop and finish, you go purge. This team right now, this Barcelona team right now, by my own reckoning, is rotten fish. And then the fact that if Xavi comes in, there is no guarantee of instant investment. That's the problem. So you need a coach who can take the players that they have. Ali Moshe FC, I see you on Instagram. Who can take the players that they have, group some young players, and I think that this is where Ronald, LVG Louis van Gaal would have been very, very useful. But unfortunately, you can't keep going to the Dutch national team to take players. Now, if you look at Louis van Gaal struggled to coach big players, but he's very good with young players. And then there are young players. Let me talk to my Calabar people now. There are young players in this team that Louis van Gaal can mold together for the next 2 or 3 seasons, and then hand over to Xavi, who continues by now putting the icing on the cake. Because Louis van Gaal is the baker. He needs to bake this cake. But then Xavi will not come in as the baker, as the designer, to come and design the cake for the success. But with Koeman, the problem is they are not going to be building. They are not going to make. As a matter of fact, it would destroy. This is my opinion. It would destroy the oven. It would waste all the flours, all the ingredients, everything, the sugar, what's all those ingredients that I use for cake again? Icing sugar, baking powder, whatever, the baking soda, everything, and it would leave the kitchen in a mess, and you don't want that right now. So they need somebody who can come and knitting wool, knit everything together, and then step aside for Xavi to come. Xavi eventually will be the coach of Barcelona, but not now. Okay, Xavi needs to come in when people like Gerard Piqué are no longer playing for this team, Sergio Busquets are no longer playing for the team, because these guys are ancestors. These guys are people who played with Xavi. They are the kind of people that can also tell him, My guy, don't worry, guys, sit down and cool down. And that's not going to be good. So this one needs to be kicked out of the team before Javi comes in. This is my opinion. I might be wrong, but I also need to hear from you guys. Now let's move further down the road. Ojobo John, that name Ojobo. Okay, so it's spread across, but I know quite a lot of people by the name Ojobo. Ojobo Maxine, Ojobo, a lot of Ojobo. Myron's Cyber Cafe, Worry, Ojobo this, Ojobo that. Well, let's go. It's E. Patrick. Okay, you're here. He said, good morning, boss. Good morning. This Liverpool man is back again. Lukaku and Vanna, no difference. Poor strikers that need someone creative to play alongside, like Lautaro was at Inter Milan. I agree with you. But I don't think, some might be wrong, but I don't think that Timo Werner is a bad player. I think that Timo Werner is overworking. And he doesn't get the complementary movement with Lukaku. They need to put somebody like him around him as well. And then he's a young player. I can understand with him. I don't think Lukaku is young. Lukaku by now should be intelligent enough to, build the people around him. One striker that, I find funny that it's not really getting going this season is Edson Cavani. That's the kind of striker that Chelsea actually needs. Okay? Because when your job is to stick the ball in the old onion bag or the net, as we call it in football, you need a player who's got precision, who is a lot more relaxed, who is more focused and poignant, okay, in the goal area, who's not trying to prove a point. One of Lukaku's problem is he's trying to prove a point, but at the same time, he's forming big bros to the players at Chelsea. And that affects his movement. And he nags. Okay, I remember there was a chance that Chilwell had, like, I don't know where the chance came. Chilwell had it. He was free. He was true on goal. He was free. Chilwell needed to pass the ball to him. Chilwell didn't pass to him. I think that complaint, I played football. When you complain like that openly in public, I'll tell you next time I won't give you the ball, go and do your worst. My friend, get out of my front. That's the attitude. And I know that a lot of players do that because I've listened to a lot of players talk like that. One of the things they hate the most is when, I didn't give you a ball, and then you start putting all those drama. What are you doing? You're calling me out in public. You're trying to make everybody see that, you're supposed to pass to you and he passed to you. Next time I won't give you the pass. Come and take it from me. And that's how you disintegrate it. And I know that sometimes it's a spontaneous reaction. You can't help it. You just, guys, see me. Why didn't you give me the ball? But there's another way to go walk up to the player. After is your teammate. Make a run towards him and like, guy, I was open. We just, going to me and we're 2-1 up. That time they were 1-1. We're 2-1 up. And guy, sorry. Okay, no worry. If I get a chance again, I'll look out for you. Guilty conscience will make that player always want to look out for you. But hey, that didn't happen. So let's move to Germany. At the beginning of the season, I said Bayern Munich were not going to win the league this season, and then they were like a house on fire. They were tearing everybody apart, winning matches, scoring goals, and it felt like, oh God, who sent me? You get that kind of moment sometimes in football where you're like, who sent me, man, to make this prediction? Because like you set up yourself for a fall. Not like, okay, all my predictions have been coming true, so even if this one goes bad, there is no problem, right? And then Paris Saint-Germain was also beaten. But I'm coming to Paris Saint-Germain side. Let's stay with Bayern Munich getting beaten a bit. They were beaten by, Eintracht Frankfurt 2-1. But this is what I want to highlight in the German Bundesliga. Bayern are still on top. Bayer Leverkusen is 16 points. They are 16 points. Borussia Dortmund is 15 points. I'm going to ask you guys, when you see Bayern play, are you convinced that, okay, yeah, they scored 24 goals, they've conceded 7, it's looking like Borussia Dortmund will not even stand there because Borussia Dortmund cannot defend to save their life. But at this stage of the season, 7 games played, Borussia Dortmund have conceded 13 goals already and scored only 19, tells you they're not in the races. And then what makes it even worse, RB Leipzig, okay? They can win to save their life. They won 3, drawn 1, lost 3. So they're not even in the races. But a team like Bayern Munich is trying to prove, Bayer Leverkusen, is trying to prove that they can be in the race. And they can push Bayern all the way. Do you guys think that Bayern, darling old Bayern, would end up losing the season, or probably they would still defend their title? That's one area that I want us to look at for. And then just while we're thinking about that, let's also look at Paris Saint-Germain. when Paris Saint-Germain defeated Manchester City, one of their players came out and said that we always knew we were going to win against Manchester City because their players are not fast enough, right? So prior to this game, the coach, Mauricio Pochettino, have always played a 4-3-3 formation with the team. And then all of a sudden, he switched to a 4-2-3-1 formation with Mbappe up front, Angel Di Maria, Messi, and Neymar behind. But you could also argue that it's still a 4-3-3 of Verratti, Idrissa Gueye, Angel Di Maria. But you know, Angel Di Maria doesn't track back, it doesn't mark. Neymar doesn't track back, it doesn't mark. Messi doesn't track back, it doesn't mark. Mbappe, the speed, yes, but it doesn't track back and it doesn't mark. That's 4 players in a team that doesn't mark. Playing against Rennes away from home. Okay, you could say Rennes is it's an easy team to beat. That's what we always say before the game. And then the game happens and we realize that everybody sometimes are more inspired to beat a strong team. And with all the saves that Didier Donnarumma made against Manchester City, we didn't see that in the game against Rennes. So this is my question. Do you think that Mauricio Pochettino would end up being the reason why Paris Saint-Germain doesn't win the Champions League this season? Because somehow there seems to be this thing about them that, okay, yes, they're good, they've got all the stars, but there's just this thing about them that make you feel, I don't think they're making the right selection. I don't think the selections in the team is right. I don't know if it is me alone that is seeing that when I watch them play. I just feel like something is missing. They're still on top of the log. All these ones I'm saying, they're still on top of the log. First defeat of the season, 9 games played, 8 wins, 1 loss. They are still on top of the league. There is actually no reason to be afraid. Less is the second position with 18 points. That's 6 points behind Paris Saint-Germain. So they just might win the league. But we all know that what they're looking for this season is the Champions League. I don't think you brought Lionel Messi to just come and win the French league. It will only add to a CV that he's won the Spanish La Liga a couple of times and then he came and he won the French league on. But it's the Champions League. That's the holy grail for this team. It's the Champions League that they're looking for. What do you think? This team is good enough. There is enough players in this team, enough stars, midfield, attack, defense, everywhere. Good enough to win the title, okay? And also make a tilt for the Champions League. But do you think they have the right coach who have that winning mentality, that ability to grind? You know, there are days where you don't play well. You don't have to win only on days where you're playing extremely well, like against Manchester City. You also have to win on the days where results are not going well for you. Do you think that, or probably this is just a blip? Let's not dwell too much on it. Let's just let it go and see how it goes up front as the journey down the road. But then, like they say, it is the little crack that tells you if the boat is going to sink or it's not going to sink. Because as the crack is there, a small drop of water, you calculate the distance you're going to sail, and you know that drop of water will become a gallon, from a gallon to a drum, from a drum, you're sinking. Okay, so let's know what you think. Okay, it's E. Patrick, the Liverpool man. He said, if Lukaku doesn't get a creative player like Hazard, what is Hazard creating in Real Madrid? I'm going to come to Hazard. Like Hazard at Belgium, that he can drop the ball to and run, he won't do well at shell shit. That's what I wrote. You can go check it on Facebook. It's not me, it's him. That's how he wrote it. Okay, well, if you say so, Divine went on and he said on YouTube.